it has been done. Officially, it says the budget has been passed. Officially, and it was Tish starts to just tell me right now on their television, right now in Iraq, it says urgent for finance. Tomorrow the budget will be sent to the President of the Republic for approval. Tomorrow. Do you really think he's going to take 15 days to do something they waited 20 years for? Absolutely not. I tried to send you guys a video yesterday. I tried to send it again this morning. It wouldn't come. But they're in the streets. They're shooting guns off like crazy. They're blowing their horns. Everybody's out in the street partying, jumping out. This was yesterday. Because they know where they are. They know what tomorrow's about to be like. And tomorrow could be Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I mean, the rest of their life tomorrow. It's about to change. It's going to be a great time. So, man, it's going to be a great time for all of us. You know, everybody's been pushing it. Bank personnel have been told they're going to work extra hours this week. They're going to work all weekend. Bank personnel have been given instructions that they haven't been given in 20 years. They are now getting instructions all across the country on how to deal with you. They're actually being notified that they think, or the banks think, they're going to create over 5 million new millionaires. They're about to have over 5 million new millionaires. Maybe that number was wrong. A whole lot of them. Maybe it's only 2 million new millionaires. Because we know 10 million people have dinar. But that was 10 years ago. 5, 6 years ago, at least. We had 10 million people with dinar. But they think the majority of those, so yeah, maybe we're up to 15, 16 million people, only have 100,000 dinar. They only be worth $300,000-$400,000. And it's going to be what they predicted in the beginning, 90% of them will be broke in 2 years. At $300,000-$400,000, some of them not even going to take 2 months. And they waited all this time for it. But it's here. Rates are on the screens. We're getting from different agencies. It could be any minute now. I don't know if they'll do it before he actually signs it. So I like them coming out saying urgent, telling the people it's going to him. You know he has 15 days. We know he's not going to take it. But that makes Wednesday look like a very good day to record everything in the Gazette and make it really official. Could be any time before then, but it makes Wednesday, Thursday look like really good days. So when I got the 13th through the 16th, I said, okay, that makes sense because it could happen anywhere in there. But it could happen after 4 o'clock today. But 13 through 16 makes more sense. Wait, what's today? Today's not the 13th, is it? Oh, yeah, okay. So, you guys have reason to be happy. Don't hold your breath because we don't know what the moment is. But you have reason to be happy because it is, in fact, finally here. And I think it is, in fact, going to be between now and Thursday. between now and Thursday. It could actually be any minute now, because the U.S. is giving them authority to release it. Just depends when. Our banks are telling us they're just waiting for the go. Same thing the CBI is waiting for. The go from the Treasury, and we'll get started. So I will give you guys this one little tidbit I wasn't supposed to give you, though. Well, no, man, I told you guys before. I told you guys a couple years ago. Have Zimbabwe, you better get to the bank. I'll just tell you that part. And more importantly than you better get to the bank, they are saying they're going to make it worth your while to get there. So let's do it. Ray, did I forget anything?
I don't believe so.
They were celebrating in the streets. Right now, they're sending it to Sadani to sign off. Here's the thing. Since Chase made an agreement with Iraq over the weekend, Chase has become the lead bank for the revaluation. So let me skip that one. They are telling their people that they are now the lead bank during this transition. Giving them dates and times when this is supposed to take off. That's where we're at. We're about to go, and it was a big deal over the weekend that Iraq and Chase signed an agreement that Iraq will do all their Chase will do all their international transfers. And they're saying when we started, you could buy dinar at Chase, at Bank of America, and Wells Fargo. It was still at their regular rate, but we could go to any of those banks and buy it. So it was international at those rates. There was no new rate on Forex. There's not a new rate on Forex today, but it is coming. And it's all coming. It's all about to happen because the U.S. has already agreed to let it go. There's no veto this time. They're saying, Iraq, if you want to do it, now you can do it. You can set the rate, CBI can change the rate, and we're going to let it go. That's the process. Now, the rate that CBI determined had to be agreed upon. But once that, just like every other country, their central bank does set their rate. Say, this is what we want to do. And then they need the approval of the committee to do it. But that's why our ambassador came out and says, we don't set the rate for Iraq. CBI does. Which they always tell half-truths, Because what she didn't say is, we're the ones who approve it after they said it. After they try to release it, we're the ones who decide if it goes out to the world. Because, again, why would you want a whole country mad at you? Because you won't let their currency change value and give them things they need. Not knowing that you're doing what you think is best for them, protecting them from their own government, which has been stealing them blind for the last 20 years. Why am I telling you guys all that? Because he was right in what he said, and the information he just found out himself that we've been teaching you guys for years. But more importantly, in order to go where you need to be, you need to know where you came from. In order to appreciate where you are, you need to know where you came from. And we came a long ways in this journey. Went through a whole lot of things, got a hell of an education about a country that in 30 days or less, none of you are ever going to look at again. Which is a shame. All the different things we went through. We have sister cities here in the U.S. with Iraq now, Baghdad. God, I can't think who it I almost had it on the tip of my tongue. It's not Memphis, or is it Memphis? One of them, sister cities. Because we'll forever be connected after this, guys. Forever. And hopefully things will stay smooth, we'll grow, and we'll all be able to appreciate it. But we will be forever connected. So, we've gone through it. As some guy used to always say, you got to go through it to get to it. We went through it, and we are now to it. We are here. Officially, it says the budget has been passed. Officially, and it was Tish Starter just tell me right now on their television, right now in Iraq, it says urgent for finance. Tomorrow the budget will be sent to the President of the Republic for approval. Tomorrow. Do you really think he's going to take 15 days to do something they waited 20 years for? Absolutely not. I tried to send you guys a video yesterday. I tried to send it again this morning. It wouldn't come. But they're in the streets. They're shooting guns off like crazy. They're blowing their horns. Everybody's out in the street partying, jumping out. This was yesterday. Because they know where they are. They know what tomorrow's about to be like. And tomorrow could be Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I mean, the rest of their life tomorrow. Just real quick. You guys that are out of the countries, that means you're not in the United States and you're U.S. citizens. Not Canada, though, with the exception of Canada. I sincerely believe you're going to have to come back to the U.S. to get the contract rates or any higher rates, because our banks are the only one doing it. I mean, for us. England has a deal, or Britain has a deal, that they're going to put rates out to their people, but they have no clue. Most of them over there, they don't have it like we have it over here. So they're not concerned about it. They're going to get their rates. But there's no way you can get the contract rates or the higher rates in the Philippines or in Japan or in, Korea, because those banks aren't familiar with what we're doing. They don't have the contract rates or the higher rates, and we don't have Wells Fargo, Chase, Citibanks over there that's going to give you that kind of exchange rates. I truly believe you'll have to come back here to get the contract rates or the higher exchange rates. Excuse me. You can ask the question, or you can have some of your family or relatives ask the questions when they dial the 800 number, but I just don't think it's going to be possible. All right, go ahead.
All right, okay. Says, do you expect the publication in the Gazette on Wednesday to make it final? Make the budget final?
That's what they have to do to make it final. I mean, they said it's been approved, it's official, the vote's been taken. Now it's going to Sudani. I did Just they did something because she's watching on TV that they never done before. They took the vote by a show of hands instead of writing it down anywhere, or like they usually do with the ink and the thumbprint. They just took a show of hands and passed it. But now they're going back to review the videotape to make sure. Now, that was last night, earlier this morning. But right now, urgent news is saying they're sending it to Sadani right now or tomorrow for his signature. So they must have accomplished that part of it already. So, guys, I don't see any issues. I don't see any problems. The banks are ready. They're ready. The lower denoms are in there. The ATMs are turned on with signs. Tell them in a couple of days you'll be able to use them. Now, we know what their couple of days have been for the last 20 years, but this couple of days may be a couple of days. So, because it's there. But they're excited. They wouldn't be in the streets celebrating if they didn't believe it. And I wouldn't be telling you if I didn't believe it. So let's get it going. Wells Fargo is always, well, I shouldn't have said that. But our guys always told us that they were going to take the Zim and it was going to be 11 to 33, which it is right now, which I'm hearing the higher, and that it was going to be for a short period of time. So get in as soon as you can. If you have that, get in as soon as you can. That is still the advice I'm giving you today. So I know for a fact some people who already exchanged, took less than the contract rate for the dinar, less than the higher rate for the dong, just to get the highest rate on the Zim. Now, that was their negotiation. You're going to have to negotiate yours on your own, because I want the highest rate on everything. Excuse me.
The thing that's on my mind is we've been talking about this splitting things, different things in the basket being at different times, but I don't know whether they're including the Zim. We always talk about the dong, but is the Zim possibly going to be split away so that it comes 24, 48 hours later too?
I don't know. They didn't say that. They said the dinar may go by itself and the other currencies in 48 hours. So I would think all the other currencies. Now, that was a 3-letter agency saying that. The banks are thinking they're going to process them all together at the same time.
All right. This line had a lot of noise, background, and music playing in it.
Okay.
404, Erica, you're on.
Hi, Tony, and hi, Ray. Again, appreciate all of your info here. Delighted to hear that at long last the U.S. has agreed and, everything is going. I guess my question is there any possibility that there could be any backtracking and once again slowing things down, or once they have finally given their okay, they can't withdraw that and it's literally a done deal and they have to accept the fact that they've proceeded and signed on the dotted line?
Okay. Until it's over with. Until it happens, anything can happen. I can't tell you that the U.S. gave their approval, Iraq did everything, and as soon as Iraq hit the button, the U.S. said, oh, no, wait a minute. Because I don't know that. Iraq may not complete everything. He may not sign it when they want to sign it, guys. Right now, everything looks smooth. It's going. Everybody's agreed upon it. Everybody is saying yes. Don't see any reason to stop it. Just dot the I's and cross the T's like they said they were doing on Friday and make it happen. Nobody's arguing about anything. Nobody. Nobody's asked them. The U.S. didn't add one more thing. Hey, this one more thing has not been included in there. So somewhere this week, this thing should go live.
Good. Because I kind of see the comparison thing of, kind of like when you drive through gates and there are the nails that you drive over and they go one way and you don't come back in, or you get slices in your tires, and that, we're going straight forward, and, they can't backpedal or anything on that. The other comment, Tony, that you had made about if you're having Zim get in ASAP, are you saying a major potential for fluctuation on price, or just can you reaffirm your rationale on that, especially for those who may have not heard the rationale from the time past?
Okay, so years ago, last year, this year, we were told that Zim was going to be accepted for a limited time until they meet some quota or number that they needed to meet. Get in there first. And it's going to have a good rate. But when they meet whatever quota they need to meet, they're going to be done taking Zim. So, and I don't know what that number is.
Okay.
Now we're told the same thing, except banks are prioritizing. So, I want to tell you guys what bank is. The foundation bank. Well, it's not the foundation bank anymore. So, but anyway, they had told us then they're going to make them holders their priority.
But that was the prior lead bank that said that, and now is Chase saying that, or we still don't know because that was such a fast changeover to them being the lead bank? Do we know?
Hold on a second. I do know, but they told me not to tell you. I'm being honest.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to.
We'll expect an answer on Wednesday because we will have already been to the bank and.
Okay, guys. You who have friends, family, relatives in the military service, deployed other than U.S., what should happen and what has happened in the past is they go to finance on their base and they will give them the exchange rate. Now, finance is going to give them the regular exchange rate. They're not going to give out contract rates or higher than exchange, things that's happening here in the U.S. So if you have somebody deployed out of the country or something like that, I hope you got a power of attorney for them so that you could complete that transaction in case they were out of the country. Other than that, when they come back, the military is already set up to exchange those currencies for them coming from different countries. But they will just get the regular exchange rate. They come back, hopefully in time, and go to a bank off base, depending on what time it is. They may be able to negotiate a rate if it's within these first 30 days or based on the volume they have. But normally after these first 30 days, I don't know, we'll find out, the contract rates are going to go away. All right. We're ready for some music? You there?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Hey, I thought I heard some music from him. Okay, guys, even right now while we're talking, I'm still getting texts from contacts who are excited. Their locations are excited, and they're saying something could happen today. Now, ordinarily, I would think they'd wait till Sudani signs it first, at least go that far. If not, wait for it to actually get in the Gazette. But they're thinking there's a possibility later today this could happen. I'm going to go with, we got 48 hours and 72 hours. So if we just go with the next 72 hours, we won't have to hold our breath, stay up all night or anything else. We'll be refreshed, and ready to celebrate. I'm saying be happy because I think it's here. Just don't be overexcited that you're going to stress yourself out or cause a heart attack. But be ready. Spend your time counting your money, throwing it up in the air, picking it back up off the floor, throwing it up again, saying it's finally here. You do all those things. Or do what Bus Lady's doing. Spend the day at the dealership, just looking around, say, I think I'll take this one. Or like my guy this morning, he ordered his Rolls Royce and they get it cleaned and prepped, and I'm picking it up on Thursday. All those are things that keep it off your mind till it happens. But so you don't go crazy when it does. You already know where you want to go, what you want to do. Well, sit down and just start jotting down right now, I need to do these things in this order. Because believe me, once you have those zeros in that count, all this else stuff is going to go out your mind. You're just going to be counting zeros. So you better have something to refer back to. Okay? All right, guys. Do what I'm going to do. Enjoy the rest of your day. Be super fantastic while you're doing it. And share the super fantastic. All right, Ray?
All right, folks. Keep believing.